Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's Cardfight Vanguard update. Weekly, I'm James, and today I'll be going through the cards shown throughout the past 7 days. Before I get into the Bermuda Triangle cards, there is a Royal Paladin card from the new series. This card is a Grade 3 Alfred early from the Aichi Sendo trial deck. He has 13k power base, which appears to be the norm in this series, as well as giving you the Force type imaginary gift. His skill is Auto Vanguard Circle when placed, cost Counterblast 1, cool up to 1 Blast Blade from hand or soul to Rearguard Circle, and it gets plus 10,000 power until the end of turn. If you cooled, draw a card. This is an amazing possible plus 2, which is great for a trial deck card. You have more incentive to re-ride with the imaginary gift mechanic. If you missed the news about the new series, I did make a previous video about it. I will leave a link in the description and I'll leave an annotation at the end of the video pointing to that video. Now onto the Bermuda Triangle stuff, we have the Stride unit, brand new Prism Shining Garnet. Her skill is Act Vanguard Circle once per turn, Counterblast 1 and choose a face down card from your G-Zone with the same card name as this unit and turn it face up. Choose an ability of your heart cards with Prism in their card names and this unit gets that ability. She also has Continuous Vanguard Circle Limit Break 5, all of your units with Prism get critical plus 1. Now of course there are useful grade 3s already out there to steal the abilities of, but we also have the new Prism Grade 3 with brand new Prism Glitter Emerald. She has the On Stride ability of Auto Vanguard Circle Counterblast 1. When you ride on this unit, or when your G unit strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your Vanguards until the end of turn. It gets Auto Vanguard Circle. When this unit attacks, choose up to 2 of your rear guards, return them to your hand. If 2 or more cards were returned, choose a card from your hand and call it to Rearguard Circle. But she also has Continuous Vanguard Circle Limit Break 4 during your turn. All of your units with Prism in their card names get power plus 4,000 for each critical on those units. So with Garnet giving your cards extra criticals, Emerald will be able to power them up even further. To finish the trio, we also have brand new Prism Sapphire. This one being a grade 1, she's a perfect guard that defends Prism units, but her second ability is Act Drop Zone, bind this card face up, choose one of your Vanguard's Limit Break 5 abilities, and it changes to Limit Break 4 until the end of turn. This will really help as Limit Break 5s can be pretty awkward to accomplish, and mix that with the Limit Break 4 enabler, you're suddenly getting a lot more early power and criticals. Soohoo Vern is another grade 3. She has Auto Vanguard Circle Counterblast 1 and choose one of your rear guards or a card from your hand and put it into the bottom of your deck. When your G unit strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, call up to 2 cards with Soohoo in their card name from among them to separate Rearguard Circle and shuffle your deck. It's really good to have a budget strider option, and she's actually a pretty decent card. She also works as a backup with her second ability of Auto Generation Break 2. When this unit is put into your deck from Rearguard Circle, choose one of your units and it gets power plus 5,000 till the end of turn. This is an incredible mix of skills for a common, and I could definitely see this being used as a backup grade 3 for Tarawa. Soohoo Vern is a grade 2 with Auto Rearguard Circle Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. When your other rearguard is put into the deck, if you have a Vanguard with Tarawa in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, stand this unit, and it gets power plus 5,000 till the end of turn. The cost is a little high, but Bermuda Triangle can easily charge their resources back up, so a restand with extra power becomes pretty great, especially mixed with Vern, who can make her power increase by another 5k, giving her plus 10k in total. Lastly for Soohoo's, we have a critical trigger, Soohoo Roberta. She has the simple skill of Act, Rearguard Circle, put this unit into your soul, countercharge 1. This is obviously good in most situations, but does immediately refuel Ranfa's cost, so you can continue with those Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1 costs. Delight Genius Ange is a RRR grade 3 with the first ability of Auto Vanguard Circle Soul Blast 1. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, or when your G unit strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose up to 2 of any player's cards in any circle other than Vanguard Circle, and return them to hand. If the number of your opponent's cards returned is 1 or more, you may draw a card. And if the number of your cards returned is 1 or more, search your deck for up to 1 card with Generation Break 2, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. So you can get more new cards by bouncing one of your opponent's cards, though it will give your opponent more shield in hand. This is still great to get rid of defensive cards like Nurse of Broken Heart. Her second is Continuous Vanguard Circle Generation Break 2. When you would discard a card from hand as the cost for stride, you may call it to Rearguard Circle instead, which means you can immediately bring it back to hand if you had no intention of bringing it onto the field in the first place. Popping Melody Layla is a critical trigger with auto, rearguard circle, generation break 2, counterblast 1, and return this card to your hand. When this unit boosts, you may pay the cost. If you do, until the end of the battle, double the boosted unit's power, and if that unit has Generation Break 2, it gets critical +1. With the Ange Stride unit having Generation Break 2, it's going to be giving you incredible power and pressure, and can be added to most decks anyway just for the power buff. And finally for this week we have the Attractive Glow Sandy. She's a grade 2 with continuous hand. This card may be the cost of calling a G-Guardian as if it were a heal. This is simple but very useful. Complements Bermuda Triangle's high defense nicely. That is everything for this week, but if you are interested in learning more information about the new series of Vanguard, the annotation on the screen will take you straight to the video, so be sure to check it out. There is a lot of interesting news about the new format of the game and some of the new mechanics. And be sure to check out next week's video when I'll be going through the card showing throughout the next 7 days. So I hope to see you next time. Bye!